Okay, so the four main questions just now we went through: what is a cell? How do you see a cell? What are the different parts of an animal cell and a plant cell? And then the functions of different parts of the cell, right? These are all important. So what is a cell? Definition. Do we all know this? Basic unit of life, right, Shika? Okay. How do you see a cell? Can you just look at it like that? Can I just take the cell? Oh, yeah, through a microscope. Very good. What are the different parts of an animal cell?
The nucleus, the cytoplasm, and the cell membrane.
And the cell membrane. Okay. Yashika, can you try for the plant cell?
Nucleus, cell membrane, cytoplasm, chloroplast, cell wall.
That's all?
Yeah, that's all.
Actually, there's one more not mentioned in the video.
Vacuole.
Yeah. Some teachers say that it's vacuole, right? Some teachers will call it vacuole. Doesn't matter because no oral exam. We are just learning science concepts. So nobody.
Yeah, we did not learn that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try not to unmute to give comments, shall we? Okay, everybody work together. We can always do that in the chat. All right, good. So vacuole, maybe I just want to bring attention to you on this. Why I want to say this? Because you have to take note. I know that in school you were told about vacuole. There's one large vacuole for the plant cell, right? Yes, and then there isn't any for animal cell, isn't it? Okay, actually, there are vacuoles in animal cells. And you're going to learn this in secondary school. So I'm not going to lie to you and say they don't have. Okay, but for animal cells, there are many small vacuoles. Okay, it's not that don't have at all, right? So in case you get a shock, right? In case you get a shock, you go to secondary school and then you see that, on the 14th of May, all right, at about 11:22 a.m., Miss Day went through the vacuole for plant cell. It's a one large one that animal cell don't have. Then today, teachers say that there are vacuoles in animal cells. Actually, there are. You know, I teach secondary school and primary school, right? Yeah, I know that there is. So a lot of times I struggle. When I joined the primary school, I struggled a lot. I was like, but that's not what we taught in secondary school. How come we don't tell students the truth in primary school? You know, that kind of thoughts in my head. I always ask the teachers that, why do we want to lie to the students? So they were all laughing at me. They say, you don't have to teach until everything. Also must tell them that it exists at their level because they're too young to comprehend too many things. Okay, but you're already in P6. Next year, you're going to learn that there are vacuoles in the animal cells also. But at this point, okay, even if you put down dash, it's fine. Okay, I'm just telling you that even if you put down that don't have, but plant cell has one large one, unless you want to put in your answer, animal cells has many small ones. Vacuoles, okay, it's fine. Yes, Priya.
Which part of a cell is the vacuole?
Which part? Here. For the plant cell. Animal cell, they don't label for you. Forget it. Okay. Sometimes you will see when I draw, this is how I actually do it. Okay, I will draw this and then, then I will draw the cell wall, right? Must draw cell wall, isn't it? So today is just a rough drawing, might not be perfect. Okay, so this is the cell wall. Okay, and then usually I will draw it like this.
So does it occupy most of the cytoplasm?
What?
It depends. Some plants has got very big one. The one that I'm drawing shows a very big one. The one you see here is not so big, right? It's fine, but you just make sure it's not too small. Yeah, I cannot be drawing something. For example, if I don't draw this, I can't be drawing something like that. And then I say that, oh, this is the vacuole. Quite big, quite big. Right? But I have not seen questions asking students to draw. No. They don't waste marks like that, asking students to draw plant cell and animal cell. Does that make you feel better, Priya? Yeah, because this question, right, inside the worksheet, actually you were told to draw, right? But usually it's just comparison. They don't waste marks because it's pure memory and recall. This kind of marks are not worth asking that many questions. Okay, so this is how I draw it. Looks quite okay, right? Not so bad. Right, so these are the parts of the plant and animal cells. Of course, you need to know the various functions. I'm not going through the functions again because you have seen it in the video. So let's go to question 1. Okay, let's go to question 1. Which part of the cell makes it a plant cell? Okay. Now, there are two main things about plant cells that we look out for. One of it is definitely chloroplasts. The other one will be
Cell wall.
cell wall. Thank you. So in this case, do you see chloroplasts in the root cell? No, right? So you look out for cell wall. Okay, so answer is C. Now, I have looked at your answers. Okay, so maybe I give you one quick glance. These are your inputs. Okay, so these are your inputs. So later we'll be looking at everybody's answers. Okay, yeah. So the new students, this is what I do. Okay, just for you to know, during the lesson, okay, I will actually, I requested for 88 Tuition technical team to create this function where I can export all your answers on an Excel sheet. Because I said I want my students to be able to see all the responses. And then when I comment on each of their answers, right, they will understand this is the way to answer. This is not a very good way to answer. Oh, this person has written a very good answer. I should try to see how I can follow the style of writing. So Trevor, if you are wondering, this is actually a good way. If you ask the rest of them, they do like it. Okay, because you don't just look at your own answer. I don't just give you a general comment like, oh, most of you wrote this way, it should not be written like that. I know it happens in school, but this is not so beneficial. It'll be better if you can be told on your own answers what is wrong, how to write better, how many marks you will score. Okay, so this is what I do. So for Trevon and Trevor, just to explain to you what I do. Okay. But you need to do your worksheet. If you don't input your answer, you won't benefit from it. Yeah, that's what I request all of them to do. So answer is C. Are you looking at the slides now? Okay, good. Question 2. Now, which statement about all the 3 cells is not true? All right. So is it true that they can carry out respiration? Okay. Is it true that they have parts not found in animal cells? Then do you think they can all carry out photosynthesis? They are plant cells? Of course, they are plant cells, right? How do you know they are plant cells? Okay.
wall.
Yeah, good. You are typing. Some of you are very fast. You type very fast when I ask for inputs. Okay, so yes. They all have cell wall, so they are plant cells. But do they carry out photosynthesis? No.
I put that some cells don't have
I saw that. Very good. Okay, you put down C, then you say that some do not have chloroplasts. Which one do not have?
Root cells.
The first one.
The first one. Okay, the first one. Very obvious. Very good. So this is the answer. I can go quite fast, right? Because majority of you are quite okay. Unless I see many errors made for the MCQ, then I will explain more. cells undergo cell division. How many cells will be produced from a parent cell after 5 generations of cell division? Do you all understand what is cell division? You understand? Okay, you know how we grow? All right, we grow because you see, we were so small like a baby, so small only, right? You know, baby size, right? Then how come you can grow until so big? Yeah.
Cell
Yeah,
division.
correct. Nikki, you didn't learn this. Only certain school will share this kind of thing lah. Yeah, Yashika, you're right. Cell division is the way. Okay, that is how our cells multiply. Right now, it's not that the cells grow fatter together with you, no, or grow bigger. No, they grow in terms of quantity. Yeah. So they actually multiply by division. It's funny, right? Multiplication and division suddenly makes them together.
Math.
So you are always going to look at this. When cell undergo division, okay, meaning at first, the nucleus will split into 2. Once you have the, let's say, I draw this cell, once there are now 2 nucleus, then they can split into 2 individual cells. It is always the nucleus splitting first. Get it? Okay. So now that you have 2 cells formed, it's going to split again or divide again. So from 2, it will become 4. 4 cells, each of them will divide into 2. That makes 8. Agree? And then after that, split into 2, that makes 16. And each of them split into 2, that'll give me 32. So each time, do you see that you are multiplying by 2? Can y'all see that? So answer is
D.
D. Okay. Answer is D. Let's see. Question 3. Yeah. Only 2 of you didn't get it. Now you get it? Good. Yeah. So those of you who didn't get it, now you should understand. So
Why should it be
time-
2 anyway? Why can't they put like more than 2 or something like that?
Because God made it so. I mean, I can only answer you this way. Honestly, I'm not a research scientist, so I cannot give you a good answer. I can't lie to you, Priya. Okay, but somehow when the scientists carry out this kind of research study, they will observe the cells under microscope in very special condition. So they observe that these are the behaviors of the cells. They split this way. Okay, for reasons, I don't know, honestly, but I know that this is the finding that they have. Okay, Priya?
Will they ask reason in the exam?
No, they don't. Okay, and not even in secondary school, they won't ask you why 2? Why don't split into 4? Why don't split into 10? You know, faster what, this way? They don't ask. Okay, question 4. Tough question. I will tell you, usually they don't use this kind of example. All right. But then, since you have this question, then let's just do it. Iodine solution. What's the use of iodine? You have learned this year. Iodine is actually used. Yes, Priya.
It's used during photosynthesis to take out the yellowish brown thing, right? It turns from blackish blue to a yellowish brown, something like that.
Not exactly. I think there's a misconception there. Okay, Hannah, can you try, Hannah? You type in. I want you to maybe just tell us.
Detect the presence of starch.
Okay, good. It is used to test for the presence of starch. Yeah, I know. I love that, Yashika. Okay, I love that. I wanted to do that. Yeah, but the moment I asked for that, right, all of you will have to do it. And then, you know, the teachers all will have to mark
Is it
the
annotating?
reasons also. It's not annotating, okay. It's a very powerful tool to check